Hello friends, let's start with another topic, that is decision making in Java. My dear friends, sometimes a programmer or user want program to jump few statements or skip few statements. Now here in this we have four type of statements, which is if statement, if and only if statement, if else statement, and then last is if else if statement. My dear friends, now here in case of first if statement, it is you can say that it depends upon the condition. It checks only if the condition part is true, then it will execute statements after the condition part and then ignores the rest of the statements. Now here this is the syntax of if statement. It is if condition is true, perform tasks. Here the example is int a is 15. If this is the initialization statement, a is variable a value is 15. Now if statement is over here, if a is equal to, this is the equality operator we have discussed in our previous video. A is equal to 15, it is going to check whether a's value is 15 or not. Here in this case it is. Now it is, the condition will be true, the answer of this condition will be true, and then this statement will be executed. This is output statement, system.out.println. It will print number is 15. Now comes the second if and only if statement. My dear friends, here it will again check if the condition is true. If the first condition is true, then it is going to perform the statements written after that, and then it will check it will going to ignore rest of all the statements. Now if this condition is false, then it is going to check this second condition. Now here if this condition is true, now it is going to perform only the statements which are written after this second condition. Now it can have more conditions, it can have n number of conditions. The thing is, if any conditions answer is true, then it is going to perform that particular part written after that and ignores all the rest of the conditions. Now this was if and only if condition statement. Here the example of this we can write over here, int a is equal to 5, it's initialization statement. If a is less than 0, it is output statement will be a is negative. Now and if a is greater than 0, output statement it is going to give output a is positive, and if a is equal to 0, and then the system.out.println number is 0. Now here in this case, my dear friends, you all can see that a's value is equal to 5. It is not less than 0, then this part will be skipped. Then it will check next condition, it is greater than 0, and this is going to print that a is positive and skip this part also. So this was the example of if and only if statement. Now comes the third statement, which is if else statement. Friends, this is the logical condition, as this was also the logical condition. Here either of the two actions performed depends upon the condition. Now here it is the syntax, if condition statement 1 else statement 2. My dear friends, if the condition 1 is true, then it is going to execute statement 1, else means otherwise, else is the keyword used in Java programming, else statement 2. If this condition is true, then this will execute, else means otherwise, it is going to execute these couple of statements written after else. Now example to clarify you more, I am going to give you example. If m is greater than n, here two variables are there, max is m, else max is n. M value can be given before if statement. Now here we can give int m is equal to 10 and comma n is equal to 8 semicolon. Now here in this case, if m is greater than n, yes it is greater than n, it is 10, so it is going to print max is equal to, it's going to give m's value into the max variable, else max will be having n value. Here in this case, max variable will be containing value 10, and then we can have the output statement as system.out.println m, so it will print value 10. Now last is if else if statement. Now here in this statement, the syntax of this statement is if condition 1 statement 1, so else if condition 2 statement 2, else statement 3. My dear friends, here in this case it is going to execute first condition. If the answer of this condition is true, it is going to execute statement 1, or it can have n number of statement. This is also known as block. Okay, if this is false, else if, now it is going to check if condition 2 is true, then it is going to execute these statements written after this condition. Else, otherwise if both are false, then it is going to execute statement 3, or the block of statement which is written after else. To clarify you more, I am going to give example. Here I have taken if a is greater than b, system.out.println first number is greater, and then else if b is greater than a, this is again output statement, second number is greater, else both are equal. So this is clear from that. If a variable is greater than b, it is going to print that first is greater. Else if, this is another condition, second condition, it is going to check. Now if it is false, it is going to check. Now okay, it has already checked a is greater than b, it has checked it is not, so it is not going to execute this. Now it is going to check if b is greater than a, then it will print that second is greater. If both are false, then it is going to print both are equal. So my dear friends, these were the decision making statements, also called if statements, and these were the 4 parts of the if statement. So I hope you understand today's lecture. That's all for today. See you for the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.